behalf of James Terry Slive, the Bishop of the Catholic Church of West Tennessee, I want to thank all of you for attending this second rally to stand up for religious freedom. Your presence here speaks volumes about your commitment to defending the liberties that are guaranteed to us in the United States Constitution. And it also speaks well of your awareness of the threat to our religious liberty that is posed to all by the government's actions in its Health and Human Services mandate on so-called preventive health services. You know, as I prepared and prayed about today's rally, I was reminded of another chapter in North American history, a dark chapter, one that cost tens of thousands of faithful Mexican citizens their lives in defense of their religious liberties. This chapter reached its climax in the 1920s with the rule of Presidente Plutarco Elias Calles, who attempted to systematically disassemble and destroy the Catholic Church in Mexico. He failed.
That's right.
Now, lest anyone think that I intend to draw parallels between the Cristero Wars in Mexico and our current situation in the United States, let me state emphatically, ain't doing it. The martyrdom of those tens of thousands of faithful Mexican citizens, faithful Mexican Catholics, has no parallel in our country, anywhere in our history. The bravery and the holiness demonstrated by people like Blessed Father Miguel Agustin Pro, who was martyred by firing squad in 1927 simply for ministering to his flock. Those experiences have no parallel in our current experience. But brothers and sisters, in spite of the fact that nobody's rounding up priests and pastors today, religious freedom is under attack in our country.
Yes, it is.
It is urgent that every one of us who values our freedom to work and live according to our faith, that we stand up now and say, we will not comply. We will not comply. We will not comply.
We will not comply.
Now, some would say that we're overreacting. Some would say that all of this rallying and speechifying and carrying on are a tempest in a teapot. Some would say that this is all politically motivated, that we somehow hate the president or we just want to see him fell. But it ain't so. See, the Health and Human Services mandate is not about access to contraceptives, regardless of what some would have you believe. The Health and Human Services mandate is not about freedom for women. Oh, now there's a sermon right there. It is not about anything other than a bold and egregious encroachment on the ability of all religious organizations and individuals to freely exercise their religion in public life. You see, my brothers and sisters, the HHS mandate is so narrowly drawn that my parish's Catholic school is not exempt as a religious organization. It is so narrowly drawn that Associated Catholic Charities is not exempt from its mandate. It is so narrowly drawn that the Franciscan University of Steubenville and, wait for it, the Catholic University of America are not exempt from its mandate. And the mandate forces all of these institutions and others against their consciences, against their religion, to pay for things that they consider immoral. The mandate forces coverage of sterilization. Sterilization ain't health care in my book. It forces coverage of abortion-inducing drugs. Don't sound like health care to me. In a word, brothers and sisters, it is wrong. And yet, we're expected to just lay down and accept it because any changes to its provisions are off the table, according to those who speak for our president. Well, I am here to say that as the church, with all of its associated pieces and parts, we will not comply.
We will not comply.
You understand, this is not just a conservative Catholic problem. Catholics of all persuasions and many other religious and secular individuals and organizations are unified in their opposition to this mandate. You will hear today from others who oppose this inexplicable and inexcusable intrusion on our religious liberty. And they all support us in our determination. We will not comply.
We will not comply.
Brothers and sisters, this is not about our president. God bless him. This is not a Republican or Democrat issue. Religious freedom in the United States of America is foundational to what we are. The very first clause of the First Amendment to the United States Constitution reads as follows: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Yes, yes, yes.
What in the world is so hard to understand about that statement? To our elected representatives and their appointees, I say this: we love you. We love you, and we will pray for you. And we hope that you will do what is best for our country.
Amen.
But be clear, we will not comply. We will not comply. We will not sit idly by while our religious freedom is trampled. We will not comply. Saint de Guadalupe, patroness of the Americas, pray for us.
Amen.
Thank you all for your attendance today. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
I love your husband. I do too. I hope God does. I'm sure he will. Amen.